Hello and welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of Time Capsule, Stories That Shaped the Era. I'm your host, Alex Monroe, and I'm excited to take you on a journey back in time to explore the events that shaped our world. Today, we're diving into a pivotal moment in history, the year 1970, and delving into the tragic events that unfolded at Kent State University. Join me as we uncover the story behind the protests that turned deadly and shed light on the impact it had on the era. So sit back, relax, and get ready to travel back in time with me as we unravel the events of 1970. As tensions continued to rise in the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Vietnam War cast a shadow over the United States, and college campuses became hotbeds of activism. Students across the nation were deeply divided over the war, with many feeling strongly opposed to the conflict and the government's handling of the situation. This era saw a surge in anti-war protests, with college campuses serving as platforms for young people to voice their dissent. The sheer magnitude of emotions surrounding the war and the draft created a fervent atmosphere on college campuses, as students felt the weight of their futures being decided by a conflict that seemed increasingly futile. The pervasive sense of unrest and discontent was palpable, fueling some of the most significant and influential protests in American history. In this charged environment, the events that unfolded at Kent State University on May 4, 1970, reflected the intense political climate at the time. The tragic confrontation between unarmed student protesters and the Ohio National Guard resulted in the deaths of 4 students and the injury of 9 others, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's collective memory. As we delve deeper into the circumstances surrounding the Kent State shootings, it becomes clear that the events were a culmination of the fervent anti-war sentiment and the government's response to dissent. The Vietnam War and the resulting campus activism laid the groundwork for the tragic events of May 4, 1970, forever altering the course of history and sparking critical conversations about the right to protest and the use of force by authorities. As tensions continued to escalate at Kent State University, in the days leading up to May 4th, both students and law enforcement found themselves at odds with each other. The presence of the Ohio National Guard on campus had only served to further fuel the already intense atmosphere. The decision to mobilize the National Guard had been prompted by the ongoing protests against the Vietnam War, and their presence had certainly not gone unnoticed by the students. With emotions running high and the situation growing increasingly volatile, the stage was set for the tragic events that would unfold on that fateful day. The clash between the students and the National Guard would ultimately result in a devastating loss of life that would not only impact the Kent State community, but also serve as a poignant reminder of the power of peaceful protest and the importance of understanding and addressing societal tensions before they spiral out of control. On May 4, 1970, what started as a peaceful anti-war protest at Kent State University turned into a tragic and violent event. As tensions mounted and the National Guard presence increased, the situation became tense and volatile. The events that unfolded that day shocked the nation and left 4 students dead, with several others injured. In the midst of the chaos, the shootings at Kent State became a turning point in the anti-war movement, sparking widespread outrage and prompting demonstrations across the country. The profound impact of this tragic day continues to resonate as a reminder of the importance of peaceful protest, the consequences of unchecked authority, and the enduring power of activism. As we reflect on this pivotal moment in history, it's crucial to remember the lives lost and the enduring legacy of the Kent State shootings. This tragic event serves as a stark reminder of the need for open dialogue, understanding, and empathy in the face of conflict and unrest. After the tragic events at Kent State, the shockwaves of the shootings reverberated across the nation. The immediate aftermath was a climate of disbelief, anger, and sorrow. In the days that followed, protests erupted on college campuses and in cities, as the nation grappled with the reality of students being killed by National Guardsmen. As the news spread, it sparked a wave of outrage and sorrow. People from all walks of life were deeply affected by the loss of young lives and the brutality of the shootings. The event became a powerful symbol of the deep divisions and tensions within American society during that tumultuous time. Families of the victims mourned their loved ones, while students and activists mobilized to demand justice and an end to the Vietnam War. The Kent State shootings became a rallying cry for those protesting against the war and the use of military force on American soil. In the midst of the chaos and confusion, the nation found itself at a crossroads, facing difficult questions about the power of protest, the role of the government, and the future of the country. The immediate aftermath of the Kent State shootings left an indelible mark on the national consciousness, igniting a period of intense introspection and activism. The impact of this tragic event would continue to unfold in the weeks, months, and years to come, shaping the course of American history and influencing the ongoing struggle for social justice and civil rights. As we delve deeper into the 1970s, it becomes clear that America was deeply divided during this tumultuous period. The cultural landscape was shifting rapidly, and tensions were running high on various fronts. On one hand, there was the ongoing Vietnam War, which sparked widespread protests and anti-war movements. On the other, there were social and political movements advocating for civil rights, gender equality, and environmental awareness. Amidst this backdrop, the tragic events of the Kent State shootings served as a stark reminder of the deep societal divisions that existed. The clash between anti-war demonstrators and the National Guard resulted in the deaths of 4 students and the injury of 9 others, shocking the nation and sending ripples throughout the world. The aftermath of the shootings further deepened the cultural divide in America, with many questioning the government's handling of the situation and its response to widespread dissent. This period was a time of intense soul-searching for the nation as it grappled with the realities of war, civil rights, and political dissent. As we continue to explore the events of the 1970s, it's important to recognize the complex web of factors that contributed to the cultural divide of that era. From the impact of the counterculture movement to the ongoing struggle for equality and justice, the 1970s was a time of profound change and upheaval. Join me as we delve deeper into this pivotal period in American history and seek to understand the broader implications of the cultural divide that shaped the 1970s. On that fateful day in 1970, the campus of Kent State University in Ohio was transformed into a scene of chaos and tragedy. For many, the events of that day remain deeply etched in their memories. Jenny Adams, a student at Kent State during the shootings, recalls the overwhelming fear and confusion that gripped the campus. She vividly remembers the sound of gunfire and the sight of her fellow students scrambling for safety. It was like time stood still, she shares. I can still feel the knot in my stomach and the sound of sirens piercing the air. We were just kids, trying to make our voices heard, and suddenly we were thrown into this nightmare. Ted Johnson, a faculty member at Kent State at the time, recalls the heart-wrenching moment when he witnessed students falling to the ground, wounded by gunfire. It's a memory that haunts me to this day, he reflects. To see the hope and passion of these young people shattered in an instant is something I will never forget. These personal accounts offer a raw and emotional glimpse into the harrowing experiences of those who were present on that tragic day. As we strive to understand the impact of the Kent State shootings, it is essential to honor and remember the voices of those who lived through it. Their stories serve as a poignant reminder of the fragility of peace and the enduring resilience of the human spirit. The events of May 4, 1970, at Kent State University were an undeniable watershed moment in American history. The tragic shooting of unarmed student protesters by the Ohio National Guard sent shockwaves through the nation, igniting widespread outrage and sparking a deep sense of division and disillusionment. Even today, the legacy of Kent State endures, serving as a stark reminder of the complexities and consequences of public protest and dissent. The event has left an indelible mark on the American consciousness, shaping the way we view and understand the power dynamics between citizens and the government, as well as the impact of social and political activism. The resonance of Kent State extends beyond its immediate aftermath, influencing subsequent movements for civil rights, Vietnam War protests, and advocacy for greater government accountability. Its enduring significance reflects the enduring power of collective memory and the ongoing relevance of historical events in shaping our understanding of the present and future. As we reflect on the long-term impact of Kent State, we must acknowledge its role in shaping the trajectory of America's social and political landscape. It stands as a somber reminder of the need for constructive dialogue, meaningful change, and a collective commitment to building a more just and equitable society. As we think about the tragic events at Kent State and the broader context of resistance in the 1970s, it's important to reflect on the lessons learned and the lasting legacy of those who stood up for what they believed in. One of the key takeaways from this period is the power of peaceful protest and the necessity of expressing dissent in the face of injustice. The students who took a stand at Kent State, and the countless others who protested during this time, demonstrate the impact that individuals can have when they come together to challenge the status quo. Their bravery and commitment to change also serve as a reminder of the need to continually work towards a more just and equitable society. The legacy of resistance from the 1970s inspires us to confront systemic issues and advocate for positive social change, even when it may seem daunting. As we consider the lessons learned from this era, it's clear that the spirit of dissent and the pursuit of justice continue to be relevant today. The events at Kent State remind us of the importance of standing up for our beliefs and pushing back against oppression and inequality. Looking back on this pivotal moment in history, we can draw strength from the resilience and determination of those who fought for change. Their legacy serves as a powerful inspiration for all of us to uphold our values, seek progress, and work towards a better future for everyone. So there you have it, folks. The events that unfolded in 1970 at Kent State University were a powerful and tragic reminder of the tensions and divide that characterized the United States during that era. As we reflect on the impact of the Kent State shootings, it's important to recognize the significance of the protests, the response of the National Guard, and the lives that were forever changed on that fateful day. We must never forget the lessons learned from this pivotal moment in history. We hope that this episode has shed light on the complexities of the events and provided a deeper understanding of the social and political climate of the time. Thank you for joining us as we explored this pivotal moment in history. As always, we appreciate your support and look forward to having you join us for our next episode. Take care, and until next time, stay curious. Goodbye for now.